Today we will study The Heart of a Tree, written by Cuyler Bunner, an American novelist, journalist and poet. The poem stresses upon the importance of planting trees and the usefulness of it to the lives on the earth. You see, in the very first line, the poet asks a question. What does he plant? Who plants a tree? The poet asks the question and we will see that he answers himself and he lists on the benefits of planting a tree in this stanza. He says he plants a friend of sun and sky. Now, one who plants a tree also creates a friend of sun and the sky. How does he do so? The tree absorbs sunlight and produces energy. It reduces the temperature of the air and brings rain also. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. Now, when a tree sways with the breeze, it soothes our nature as it soothes our eyes, as we see when a flag flutters in the air. So this gives us a kind of joy. Here shaft means a tower that stands unto the sky. He plants a home to heaven and I. He brings heaven closer to us. How? A bird builds its nest on the tree and lives closer to heaven. For song and mother croon of bird in hushed and happy twilight heard, the treble of heaven's harmony. At the end of the day, when the sun sets, the bird returns to its nest and it sings lullaby to its baby birds to soothe them and makes them sleep. So, the song of the bird creates a peaceful atmosphere and so it creates a heavenly atmosphere to live in. Okay, these things he plants. Who plants a tree? The poet says that these all things are indirectly planted when one plants a tree. Let's come to the second stanza. In the second stanza also, the poet asks the same question. Again, what does he plant? Who plants a tree? And then he answers himself. He plants cool shade and tender rain. We know that trees give us cool shade and attracts rain. And seed and bud of days to be. In future, this tree will produce seed, fruits, okay, and years that fade and flash again, he plants the glory of the plain. Just like a year comes and it ends, in the same way, a plant will grow into a big tree and in course of time it will die one day, but it will leave seeds behind it. And these seeds will sprout into a big plant. In this way, it will create a forest in future, in coming days. He plants the glory of the plain. One who plants a tree thinks of the glory of the nature, because otherwise the land would have been barren, unnoticed, unproductive. We know The more number of trees, the healthier will the planet be. He plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age. A tree today will, in course of time, create a forest. It has the capability because it will produce seeds, and the seeds will sprout and become trees again. And he plants the harvest of a coming age, because the harvest means the result. Coming generation, our next generation, or those who are not born yet, will see trees around them in future. So it will create a heritage. The joy that unborn eyes shall see, the unborn generation will see trees all around them, and thus it will give them joy and peace also, peace of mind. These things he plants, who plants a tree. So in the next stanza also, these all things are planted or created by the planter of a tree. Let's come to the third stanza. In the third stanza also, the poet asks the same question. This is thrice that the poet asks the same question. What does he plant? Who plants a tree? And in the next lines, he lists the benefits. He says that he plants in sap and leaf and wood. Now he wants to say the various parts of the tree that are useful to men, that we use. He plants in sap and leaf and wood. He produces sap, wood, leaves, which we use in our daily life. We utilize them. Okay. In love of home and loyalty and far-cast thought of civic good. Now a planter thinks not only of his own benefit, but the benefits of the people who are around him. One who loves his home or is loyal to his home or nation must plant a tree, because by planting a tree he is raised to a stature that is higher than that of the people around him. His blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of our land. Now by planting a tree, he is also blessing his neighborhood, the nation also, because by doing this job, he creates a lot more things. He, in the hollow of his hand, keeps a seed, and this seed will sprout and create more things in days in future. A nation's growth from sea to sea starts in his heart who plants a tree. Now the planter thinks for the welfare, for the prosperity of the nation, and no political boundaries can confine, the spirit of a nationhood. An enlightened person is he who thinks of the betterment of his nation. These all feelings prevail in his heart. That's why he is raised above the other persons. You will see use of capital letters in between sentences where the poet writes his hand and he holds. The poet wants to put stress and wants to convey to us that the planter is not an ordinary person. So these are the benefits that we get from the trees. That's why the poet stresses upon planting trees in his poem. This poem is very much relevant in today's life, because nowadays we are very much running after industrialization and making ourselves disconnected from our mother nature. But the poet says, if you wish to flourish, if you wish to develop, we must keep ourselves in touch with the nature and must think of it, because by affecting the nature we are affecting none but ourselves. So learners, this was the poem all about. If you want any question to be discussed, you can write me in the comment section. If you like the video, please do subscribe my channel. I will be there with another video. Till then, keep studying and stay happy.